Chapter 1, Fractured Foundations. Uncle Sam stood alone in the remnants of their once mighty headquarters. The loss of Fighting Yank had gutted him, but the departure of Lightning Girl, her mind fractured by the betrayal of their own, had left an unfillable void. He stared at the folded flag on his desk, a symbol of the ideals he had sworn to uphold. "We can't do this alone anymore," he murmured to himself. With the villains regrouping and the team splintered, it was clear they needed reinforcements. He reached for a dusty phone, dialing a number he had sworn never to use. "Ms. Victory," he said when the line clicked. "I need your team." Chapter 2, Reinforcements arrive. Within days, a new team arrived at the League's base. Leading them was Ms. Victory, a fierce and commanding presence in her star-spangled uniform. Her confidence was unshakable, though her piercing gaze softened when she saw the exhaustion in Uncle Sam's eyes. Her team included Boomerang, a master tactician with deadly accuracy. Daredevil, an acrobat and fighter with unparalleled agility. Black Cobra and his young ward, Cobra Kid, a father-son duo known for their cunning and relentless pursuit of justice. The Moth, a stealth expert with a knack for uncovering secrets. "Your enemies won't see us coming," Ms. Victory assured him. "But tell me, Sam, who's really pulling the strings?" "I'm afraid we're about to find out," Uncle Sam replied grimly. Chapter 3, The Hunt begins. The combined team set out to track the scattered remnants of Marto's villainous coalition. First, they cornered Zipjet in the Nevada desert, using Boomerang's precision strikes to neutralize his speed advantage. Then, they infiltrated a hidden lair in New Orleans, where the Moth's stealth allowed them to apprehend Blue Fire before he could torch the city. But as they interrogated the captured villains, a chilling pattern emerged. None of them expressed regret for their actions. In fact, they seemed emboldened, speaking cryptically of a higher purpose and a greater leader. "It's not just Marto anymore," Black Cobra said, piecing the clues together. "They're working for someone or something far more dangerous." Chapter 4, Fear of the Unknown. The breakthrough came when Ms. Victory led an assault on an abandoned fortress in the Swiss Alps, where they found Dr. Decker and Queen of Evil experimenting with the artifact fragment. The battle was fierce, with Daredevil narrowly escaping Decker's reality-warping attacks and Cobra Kid proving his mettle against the Queen's dark magic. As the team subdued the villains, Uncle Sam demanded answers. "Who are you working for?" he bellowed. The Queen laughed, her voice echoing unnaturally. "You think Marto was the mastermind? He's but a pawn, as are we all. The true power behind this war is Mars, the god of war himself." A heavy silence fell over the team. Mars, the immortal embodiment of conflict, was orchestrating the chaos. Chapter 5, The Betrayal Unfolds. Returning to the base, the team began preparing for the inevitable war. But something felt off. Ms. Victory noticed subtle shifts in the Crane and Green Ghoul, who had supposedly gone rogue. During a midnight reconnaissance mission, the Moth discovered the truth: the Crane and Green Ghoul were still working for Marto, feeding him the team's strategies and vulnerabilities. Before he could warn the others, Green Ghoul ambushed him, leaving him for dead. By morning, the villains struck. Marto's original team, fully reassembled and bolstered by new recruits, stormed the base. The ensuing battle was chaos. Cobra Kid was injured protecting Black Cobra, Daredevil was trapped in a collapsing corridor, and Boomerang was forced into retreat. Ms. Victory faced off against Marto himself, their battle a whirlwind of strength and strategy. But even she could not match his cunning, and he escaped with the artifact fragment, declaring, "The Age of Heroes is over. Mars will see to that." Chapter 6, The Cost of War. As the dust settled, the team took stock of their losses. The Moth was missing, presumed dead. Cobra Kid was gravely injured, and the base was in ruins. Uncle Sam stood in the wreckage, his heart heavy. "We're out of time," he said. "Mars is coming, and we're not ready." Ms. Victory placed a hand on his shoulder. "We'll rebuild, Sam. We have to. For those we've lost and for those we still protect." But the fear was palpable. The villains had chosen their side willingly, aligning themselves with Mars in a bid to enslave humanity. The Patriotic League and their new allies were fractured, their trust in each other shaken. Chapter 7, War on the Horizon. In a hidden chamber, Mars himself appeared before Marto and his followers. The god of war was a towering, armored figure, his eyes burning with eternal fire. "You have done well," he said, his voice a thunderclap. "But this is only the beginning. The age of heroes will end, and humanity will bow before the strong." The villains knelt before him, their loyalty unwavering. Together, they began preparing for a war that would decide the fate of the world. Back at the League's temporary base, Uncle Sam gathered what remained of their forces. "We've faced gods before," he said, his voice resolute. "But this time, we fight for the very soul of humanity. We cannot fail." As the team steeled themselves for the battles to come, a sense of foreboding hung in the air. The shadow of Mars loomed large, and the war to end all wars was about to begin.